8.
Tell me something, girl.
God, because I am fucking dream world.
Are you happy in this modern world?
It's a crazy mix.
It's the first mix I ever did.
Welcome to Love and Then What? Love and Then What? With your host.
Welcome, lovers and friends. I, of course, am your boy, Mr. Everybody. And I am joined today by rapper and producer Shawne. How you doing,
Yes,
sir?
sir. I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Good, good. And if you can't tell, we're in a new studio with some new colors. I'll probably mess with these colors eventually and change it up, but as of now, this is what it's going to look like.
It's nice, man. I got positive vibes the second I walked in. Just, the lighting, it just...
Do you like the green? I like the green. What about the purple? I'm not really sure about the purple yet.
It's almost like a light and dark type of situation.
Yeah.
Like over there, it's like kind of mellow and calm, and over here, it's a little dark over there.
I have the green because that's like the color of the podcast, only because my girlfriend's niece, which is basically my niece, his favorite color is green.
Okay.
So I changed the logo to be her favorite color. Then right after I changed the logo, she no longer likes green.
Does your girlfriend's niece listen to the podcast?
No, absolutely not.
I was gonna say
No. You've heard the podcast.
That's
I
what
hope I hope nobody that I know, unless they're like 20, 18 and older or whatever it is.
Legal age.
Legal age
There we
only
go.
should listen to this because we do talk about dicks and
Well,
stuff.
rated R movies are like 17, so
Yeah.
I mean, maybe 17 could be a cutoff, but
Yeah.
that's still a little too. The older I'm getting, man, like I look at people who are like 17 or 18, and it's just they look like fucking children to me. Like, and they are, but it's just crazy.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
When I was growing up, I remember in high school talking about like 17, 18 years old. I remember seeing like 30-year-olds. I was like, they are so old. And now I'm 31. I'm like, fuck, bro.
I'm old as fuck.
Now these like high school kids are like, they look like babies.
I know, it's crazy though, because they put like, specifically it's like 30 is the age that gets used when people are like, oh, you're almost 30 or you're...
Yeah, when you're in high school, 30 is the age where you go.
That's the old age, and like now that I'm about to be it, it's like, I don't know, I don't feel that old. I feel like I'm in my prime. I still got a lot of time left.
Yeah, like girls in high school are like, I'm dating a 21-year-old, a 22-year-old. But then when they're dating like a 30-year-old, you're like, your boyfriend's what's he's like 26? Your boyfriend's almost 30.
Yeah,
They get
exactly.
sketchy. So what did you think of the intro song we were talking about while it was going?
That was crazy. I gotta ask you, what possessed you to put that A Star Is Born song into a hip hop mix?
Well, legally, it's not.
Yeah,
No, so
I sample shit all the time. So
Yeah. So my idea for the intro was basically, like, the reason the podcast started was I went through a divorce. So,
okay.
like, the two sides of love. So that's, like, the super lovey-dovey side that everybody puts out there on Instagram and stuff. Like, I love my boyfriend, I love this, that, the other. And then the people screaming is, like, the real raw shit. Like, when you're in a really fucked up relationship, which a lot of people go through, you deal with... I did put a lot of women in there. I'll go with that. That's definitely... But I mean, I'm a guy, so... And there's not a lot of funny guy screams. But yeah, I just basically... I got a bunch of audio clips, and I went with that song. And me and Robbie mixed them all together, and he did all the beats and stuff. I don't know how to do beats, but... that was one of the first things I did. I like the intro a lot.
So do I, man. It's definitely tight.
Thank you. So what does the E stand for in Shawn E?
It's actually just like Shawne.
Okay.
And, well, for two reasons. Like, my mom used to call me growing up. Like, that was, like, a nickname that my parents gave me. So I have some attachment to it because of that. And, like, the E, the way I put it like that, I'm a fan of, like, all different genres of music. And I play the guitar and shit. And when I was, like, 17 or 18, I got really into, maybe 16, I got really into this guitar player named Jake E. Lee. He played with Ozzy Osbourne in the 80s. And his name was Jakey, like Jakey, and he spelled it Jake E. Lee. And I just kind of blatantly ripped that off and put them two together, and there we go, man. Shawn E.
Yeah, like Robbie, the guy who owns the studio. He tried to go with Rob for, like, as kids, I called him Robbie. And I'm the only person I call him Robbie throughout his whole life, basically, because I grew up with him. And ever since, like, I started the podcast, now everybody hears me saying Robbie, so everyone calls him Robbie.
You
And
don't
it's
like
like
it?
he just kind of accepts it. At first, he's like, dude, just call me Rob. People
Yeah.
are like people. It was like it's like a little kid thing. I don't know why people think that is like why little kids get to be called that, like Robbie or Shawn E. And then once you become an adult, you're like, I'm Shawn or I'm Rob.
Yeah, it's almost like it's cute when you're calling them that and they're little kids. And that's like, but I feel the same way because it's like someone who has a name. Well, I don't know because like the name Jim specifically, like you call them, that's Jimmy right there. Like everyone I've known that is named Jim, I've called Jimmy. So I feel the same way. Like just go with the full name. You're Robbie.
Yeah.
That's what you are.
That's what you are. Somebody called me Justy. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's got to fit. It's got to be like a nickname that's actually there. You know what I mean? It can't just be.
Yeah, I mean, my last name's Judge, so growing up, a lot of people call me Judgy.
They call you J-
Mostly girls.
You get JJ growing up?
People have always tried to call me JJ once they figure out my full name.
Yeah.
But there was a kid in high school, middle school, whose name was already JJ, and I didn't really like the guy, so I don't want
to be associated.
I don't want to
with
be
that
associated
dude.
with that JJ.
Nah,
but
absolutely not.
But I'm, as an adult, like, I don't know. I just always say, I don't like that. And nobody ever calls me, like, after the first time, unless they're being an asshole, so.
Well, Justin's kind of a name where there isn't, like, any... Same with Shawn. Like, there isn't really any shortening or anything you can do. It's Justin.
But every time I say my name on the phone, I get Jason, Josh. I get every name besides Justin, but the way I do it is I say Justin like Timberlake, Judge like Joe Brown. Not like Judy, don't forget it.
Or solid references to use. Solid references.
But when you're talking to people, like, my job's, like, talking to people from different countries, so when I say Justin like Timberlake, they kind of get it. But when I go Judge Joe Brown, they have no idea what I'm talking about.
How you not know Judge Joe Brown? I mean, come on.
Is he even still on TV?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he ran or he was like a mayor or he ran for Senate or something political. And I don't know if he won, but I don't know if he's on TV.
By the way, I want to just say I appreciate the fact that you have 2 beers here and that you're drinking with me because a lot of times, this is the first time I've had just 2 white guys on the show besides me and Robbie.
2 white guys.
2 white guys.
Hey.
Just being white guys, just drinking beers. I play guitar too, by the way,
Cool, man.
for only, how long have you been playing guitar for?
It depends. I got a guitar when I was probably 16 or probably 16. But there's been years that I didn't even touch it at all, really. So I don't know, probably like 7 or 8 years, something like that, if I were to really put it in like that.
Yeah, I learned for about a year straight. Are your fingers short and stubby like mine?
No, I have small hands. Dude.
Well, short and stubby. I mean, but yours are skinnier.
Yeah, I got skates. So I'm easy to kind of...
The fat on this finger always fucks me up. And I learned it for about a year, right? I started learning that I met my ex called the whore on the show. I met the whore.
I can't refer to her as that, if you don't mind.
You can call her whatever you want.
I'm not going to call her anything at all. She clearly is someone you don't like, so...
Yeah, but so I learned a song for like every day. I was like, hey, what's your favorite song? And I can't remember the name of the song, but she said, I like this song.
It's very romantic, Justin.
Yeah. So I learned a song for like three months straight. I figured out how to sing, do it, and play, which is almost impossible. It's really hard when you first learn.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's really, really hard to do both.
Yeah.
And I finally learned it. And I start the open couple chords. She goes, oh, this was me and my ex's song.
Oh, my God.
Now, can you call her that?
You were sitting there. Hold on.
She heard me practice, and I paid somebody to teach me. I went to George's Music, I think it was.
What, in Springfield?
Yeah, to learn how to play. Every other day, I was paying money to go learn this song for her.
Oh, my God, dude.
And she heard me practice it in the apartment, all these things.
You're sitting there like a month and a half of your time dedicating and putting so much effort into this, fucking getting mad and screaming like, damn it, why can't I do this?
Yeah, like fucking stupid fingers.
Yeah, fuck you, fingers, you suck. And go from that and to hear that comment, I don't know how you just didn't break your guitar immediately over her head. No, I'm kidding.
So now, can we call her the whore?
Sure, that was, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up.
I agree. So what other instruments do you play?
Well, I dabble in, I guess, a little bit of everything. I mean, I make beats, so, like, I do drums, and I can play, like, actual drums a little bit, but I would not consider myself a drummer at all, but I do my own drums when I'm making beats, and I play the piano a little bit, and I got to get a bass guitar. I really want to get in a bass so bad.
Why, though?
Why do I want to? Just to kind of full out my production. I want to be able to, like, some of the bass VSTs that I use when I'm making beats are not the way I'd like them to sound. I wanted natural, real sounding bass. And so really for that, and I mean, I just love the bass guitar. I mean, it's the heart of the music right there, man.
Well, I guess as a rap producer, would you say you mostly produce rap?
Yeah.
I guess that'd be the crux of rap music is the bass.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, there's iconic bass lines throughout all of hip hop, and just even in general, I just love it. And you know, I listen to music, and there's times I get into it, and I'll just focus on a single instrument. And there's something about the bass guitar, man. It just fucking drives the whole song, and so for that, I really want to get into it, but I should probably like just get better at the instruments that I currently play, as opposed to that's a problem that I've always had. Like I would play guitar, and then it's like, all right, well, I want to play piano now, and then I'll dabble a little bit on that, and then dabble a little bit on the guitar, as opposed to, you know, spending 6-8 hours fucking around on the guitar, getting really good at it, and going from there.
The Beatles, you said when they would tour a lot, there'd be so many people screaming, so many screaming girls that they turned out to not be such great musicians because they weren't even trying. Yeah. They didn't even have to. They just kind of had to go, I love you all the time, babe.
Those songs at the beginning, I like a lot of them. I like a lot of the Beatles music, but those beginning like early 60 ones that are exactly like that are just.
What's your favorite and least favorite Beatles song?
Favorite would probably be maybe A Day in the Life. I like a lot. Probably A Day in the Life I'd go with. And least favorite, probably Drive My Car, right? Baby, we can go real far.
Well, that's just Paul McCartney. I don't think that's all the...
Baby, I love you.
That's his new stuff. Yeah. You know that from the James Corden show, right? Is that the only...
Fuck no, I don't want James Corden.
You never saw the, where they did the carpool karaoke with that?
I have, him and Paul McCartney did it? I can't remember it, though. I did see that they did it together.
That was a good one. That one and Stevie Wonder are like my top two favorite.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder on there?
It's like one of his first ones, and he like cries during he's like, I can't believe I'm sitting here with Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, I would probably do the same thing. I mean, Stevie fucking Wonder.
Paul McCartney, I mean, I'd probably cry.
Yeah, it's the same exact thing.
They go back to like, what was it, Abbey Road. They go back to there and all the... I mean, Jesus Christ. My girl cries. Like, if she sees a Beatle do anything, she cries. Yeah. Like, she grew up with it, so that she cried during the whole thing. We watched a movie yesterday, by the way. I think that's their best song.
Yesterday?
The best. I think that's the best written song, but I think their best, like, performed one's either Hey Jude or Twist and Shout.
Yeah.
Just because Twist and Shout's just, like, so fucking...
Yeah, and Hey Jude is a fucking iconic song. Yeah. Like, that's just...
But, yeah, yesterday, like... Oh, man, that can make me cry on a certain day. I haven't cried in a long time, but like I start to feel emotional when I listen to that song. Like, oh Jesus, this one really fucks me up.
Yeah.
Do you have any songs that are like that where it really makes you sad?
Yeah, actually.
Let me drink my Jack.
As I unload my feelings to the viewing public. Yeah, specifically Led Zeppelin, No Quarter. Live at Madison Square Garden, 1973. There's a guitar solo that Jimmy Page does. And I was getting real into it. And around that time I was getting into it, a friend of mine passed. So I kind of like connected the two. And even to this day, if I listen to it, I won't necessarily cry listening to it, but it just brings up crazy emotion that I got to kind of, you know, flex my muscle or something afterwards. Wait, come on now.
Fucking, I'm cool, bro.
Yeah, we're good.
Have you made a sad song like that? Like,
well, I mean, most of my lyrics, man, like if people were to really like dig into them, or are kind of disturbing, like because I'm just talking about a lot of, I don't know, I guess personal issues would be the way to word it that I go through, and. But I try not to make too many songs that are specifically sad. Like, one of the things I like doing the most with music is taking, like, something really upbeat and positive, and even the flow and cadence that I'm going with is positive, but the lyrics that I'm talking about are dark as shit. And I have a lot of songs like that where it's a really just feel-good song, and you can get along with it, and I'm talking about, like, alcohol addiction and shit like that. So it's pretty heavy, but I mean, I don't know. So I've made some I wouldn't necessarily consider them sad songs, but I've definitely made some that are kind of deep and have meaning to them. But I try not to make like with rap, it's kind of hard. Like, I don't know if sad would be the word that I would use when it comes to, like, at least with the type of rap that I make. Like, I don't do, like, a lot of melodies and singing and shit like that, because you can make sad songs doing, you know, shit like that, like XXX Tentacion and Trippie Redd and all those guys. But, nah, man, I try to keep it positive. And I try to keep it, I try to hide my negativity under, a really upbeat production and a voice that I'm projecting. It's like, yeah, everything's great, but I'm talking about, like, you know.
So you brought up a few rappers. Are you more into like older rap? So I'm guessing you grew up with a 2000s, mid 2000s rap kind of, or are you more into what people consider mumble rap? Like, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I grew up with, you know, the Jay-Z's and Ludacris's and Eminem's and Nas's and the Locks and DMX and artists like that, and I still listen to them to this day. But, you know, there's a lot of artists out now that I like. I mean, you could bring up someone like Kendrick, who's current, and he makes really good music. Someone like Drake, who I like, who makes good music. Some, you know, J. Cole, the big three that everybody brings up. But there's a lot of other talented rappers out there, especially, like, because I'm a rapper myself and I get on, like, Twitter and shit, and I look for, you know, I'm out there and I'm seeing artists who are independent and they're making moves, and I'm, like, learning from them. I'm watching what they're doing and seeing if I can implement anything myself to push myself forward. So I see a lot of, like, underground rappers who are really, really talented, and I fuck with them a lot. But, I mean, there's a lot of, I guess, what would be considered mumble rap that I fuck with, too. I mean, there's a couple artists that get, like, mumble raps that really have bars, like a guy like 21 Savage, who originally got, like, this mumble rap type of label. A man can fucking rap, and a lot of them really can. So, but some of it's garbage. I mean, let's be honest, like, some of it is just complete garbage that I'm not really into. And, you know, you do you. If you're making money, I got nothing against it. I'm in no position to be like, hey, don't do that. It just isn't for me. I don't have any, like, hatred towards, or any, like, if I'm not into some, especially the older I've gotten, like, I see people who go on YouTube and go on, like, tirades and comments and shit, and I'm just like, dude, like, if you don't like something, just keep it pushing. Like, don't even listen to it again. You don't need it in your life. Like, why on God's green earth are you writing this entire fucking novel out on YouTube into the space? Well, you can just keep it moving. Like, that's what I do.
You should see some. So you saw Mara's episode, right?
I did, yeah.
You should see some of the comments, not on YouTube, but like Instagram, TikTok specifically. Jesus Christ, she got lit the fuck up. Every time she comes on, she gets
lit up? For what?
anything a girl says, people get mad about. I think half of them are like Russian bots that are just trying to sow disinformation and get all Americans mad at each other.
Which is like half of the internet at this point.
Yeah, half of it's just bullshit. But Jesus, every time we have a girl on here, it's always so like misogynistic and just fucking me. Especially, I don't know, just some comments. I'm like, I don't ever read the comments, but when Mara started responding to the comments on TikTok, like I'll get like a bunch of comments a day. Like her video got like, one of them got like almost 600,000 views on TikTok. So there was just nonstop comments.
Shout out to you, Mara.
Yeah, she's fucking awesome. But this is her hat too. Anyway, so I started to see her comment back. So I was like, oh, let me see. People were just like, because she said she had it come until her third boyfriend and people, or third guy she had sex with, and people didn't understand that.
So was it dudes commenting on it, or was it like
yeah?
men?
And then girls were normally more supportive. Like, yeah, I didn't either. Which I guess guys can't understand that you don't come every time.
That's not the first time I've heard that from someone. Like that's pretty normal.
It's pretty normal not to come all the time for girls, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, if I can get my girl there like 2 out of 3 times or 1 out of 3 times, I think it's still a pretty good percentage.
We're batting like what, 350 or
We're pretty fucking
333. We'll do that.
In baseball, we're
Bro,
fucking killing it.
That's like MVP type numbers.
Barry Bonds. Knocking the pussy
Well,
up.
no, man. Barry Bonds was smacking him every time. So maybe like you can get a Bryce Harper. I mean, you got the beard like Bryce. You can go with that.
Beards matter.
Yeah, man. He won MVP last year.
So you were speaking about a lot of different rappers. What sets you apart or what makes you different than other rappers that are already out there? Because it's such a crowded field.
I don't know. I mean, I think maybe personality-wise, like some of the lines that I'm able to come up with are pretty funny in my eyes. Like I think I put a sense of humor out into my music, which not that people aren't capable of doing, but a lot of people don't do. Like especially in rap, you know, which is a real bravado type of music. So, but I can be goofy. I mean, I can just do. And I'm going to come off sounding like a total douche when I say this, but it's like I can do anything when it comes to writing. Like I can do the old school boom bap type of beat and, you know, go crazy with bars and destroy that. Or I can do something new that's like a trap beat and go over that. I can, you know, I don't have the greatest voice, but I'm capable of singing melodies and writing hooks that I think are pretty decent. So I don't know. I just think I'm like a complete package if I really wanted to be. So
with your different kind of writing style where you said humor, what's like your 3 favorite rappers of all time? Where are you ranking Lil Dicky?
Yo, Lil Dicky has bars, man.
I think he's like the most forgotten about musician in the past 20, like not 20 years. He's been out for like 10 years. He's fucking really, really good.
I wouldn't say that I have humor on the level of Lil Dicky's, but Lil Dicky can, Lil Dicky can definitely rap, man. If I had to pick 3, I mean, probably, I'm going to want to change this immediately when I see this back, man. Because it's like, it's crazy. Like, I don't necessarily think that I have like a favorite rapper because I'll go into moods where I'll listen to, like, I'll turn on Biggie and I'll listen to songs of his and I'll be like, this was like the greatest rapper of all time. And then I'll go back and I'll listen to someone else and I'll be like, dude, this dude's like the greatest rapper ever. But if I had to name 3, probably Jadakiss, Jay-Z. I gotta throw Jay on there.
He's overrated.
Oh my God, you're out of your mind.
He's so overrated.
No. Jadakiss, Jay-Z, and
Don't do this.
I'm gonna throw a big pun on there.
No Eminem.
Eminem's top 5. He's in that top 5.
See, he's my number 1. And I put Lil Dicky there because of how creative he is and how different he is than rap nowadays. I think of him more of like the old school hip hop style where it's like fun and it's not so much bravado. It's just about having fun and showing how good you are at doing this craft. There's not all the anger. And I mean, as a white guy, I just relate to him. Like,
he's a talented dude. I mean, he, you know, wrote and produced the show that he put out.
Did you watch it?
I watched the first season.
First season's really good.
I didn't peep the second one, but
it's not as good, but it's still, you should still watch it.
I'll still go back and listen to the freestyle that he did at the end of the season finale one that he did on season 1. When he's up at the Breakfast Club.
Oh yeah.
No, that show's funny. He thinks he comes up with like this brilliant master song and it's about like him getting raped in prison or some shit like that.
See, I have, as like most white guys growing up when we grew up because of Jackass, like gay stuff's kind of funny to us, right?
It is. I went to an all guys Catholic school for high school too. So I mean,
super funny to us.
Pause.
And
real quick.
And like that music video made me uncomfortable. But I think that was the point. Like certain stuff that I think is funny, like some gay stuff I think is funny, like, you know, just like normal, like bros being bros, right?
Brown
but
down.
when he was like kissing the guy on the neck and the stomach, I was like, I don't like this. This is too gay for me.
It's gotten too real. Way too real.
And my girl always like, people are going to think you're gay with your jokes. I'm like, it's supposed to be funny. Like, you don't get it. You don't get it.
Your chick.
Women, man. No, but she's fucking awesome. Like, she likes CKY. One of the first, you know CKY, that was with Bam Margera back in the day.
Yeah.
And that was one of the first things we watched together was CKY. And I was like, if she can get down with CKY.
Well, like on YouTube, or do you have like
Yeah,
tapes and
YouTube.
shit?
Yeah, like we had sex to CKY. I was like, if high school me or middle school me knew this was going to happen, that I was going to have sex to CKY one day, like, what are the chances?
I don't think I've ever. I'm trying to think if there was like a ridiculous movie or show on when I was having sex at some point. I'm trying to think of one.
Are you in a relationship now?
No.
What's like your longest relationship?
Almost 5 years.
Damn, when did that end?
Pretty recently.
Really?
Yeah, like probably 8-9 months ago.
Yeah, that's recent for 5 years, yeah.
Yeah.
How did it end?
I had a feeling we were going to be talking about this. I had a feeling. We just grew apart. Like, we just, I think that I was personally kind of focused on music and not furthering our relationship to, different levels, you know what I mean? And I was kind of preoccupied for a while. And I also wasn't the greatest, to be honest. Like, I made some mistakes, and there were times that I probably should have acted differently. And, it is what it is. It's not like, it sucks because, like, I still got a lot of love for the girl who, like, people will see this. And I still got a lot of love for her. Like, she was there for me in really, really difficult moments in my life. Like, my mom passed and shit, and a lot of other personal things that took place, that she was there and she rode for me. And with that, even if there wasn't more, but that alone, I'm always going to respect her and have love for her. But, like, she's a great person. Like, she didn't do anything malicious to me or really fuck me over. It just kind of, it wasn't going good, man.
Did she give you like an ultimatum, like stop the music or?
Nah, it just, it wasn't there anymore. You know what I mean? It just wasn't there anymore.
Would she say the same thing if I asked her?
She would probably say what I just said, yes,
Okay.
that it wasn't there anymore.
Yeah. My dad.
It wasn't my decision.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was, sucks, man.
Dude, talk about, I was married at one point, right? And less than a year, so I'm a statistic. And she always talks shit on her family because they all got divorced because they cheated. Yeah. And, fucking bitch. And then she wound up, fucking whore.
Crack it open.
Cracking another High Noon. She'll be a sponsor. And,
Shout out to High Noon. As I'm holding.
Drinking Jack Daniels. She'll be a sponsor.
Jack and Cola. Sponsor as well.
But yeah, she just fucking dirty bitch, man. She just did everything that she said she wanted, you know what I mean? She just changed up so fast, and I devoted like everything to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what's like your writing style like for music? Because currently with the podcast, like I try not to talk about the podcast with my girlfriend. Yeah. Because it takes away from like us talking about normal shit. Yeah. Even though I'm passionate and I enjoy doing this, I try not to like in the bedroom. I try to have a rule in my head where I don't bring up the podcast. Yeah. Like, was your like sporadic? Because when I have an idea, I'm like, shh, hold on. I have to think of something, and I'm like texting myself the idea so I remember it. What was what's your style like?
Well, I mean, when it like you said, it's sporadic. Like, say like I'm sitting there and I'm trying to make a beat, and I find a sample that I really like, and I chop it up, and I'll have like a little loop that I really am into. Excuse me. And I'll just sit there and run over that, and I'll try to think of lines right then. And if I can think of shit then, I'll keep it going with that. And then I'll keep that beat in the back of my head for however long it takes. And most of the times I'll even take like a little video so I can continuously play it, or just play it a couple times and have it in my head. And I'll think of shit throughout the day. Like, I mean, like you said, think of shit in the shower. Like, I'm sitting there walking my dog, and I'll try to write stuff. You know, I'm sitting out back with my dog, I try to write stuff. When I'm driving, I try to write stuff. I'll put beats on and freestyle. Really, whenever. I mean, when I'm at work, when I should be thinking about work, I'm fucking thinking about rhymes. It's just,
What do you do? Like, you don't have to say where you work. Like, what kind of job you have is like a 9 to 5?
I fix appliances.
Like air conditioners or like microwaves?
Like fridges and washers.
You guys are so fucking expensive.
They got nothing to do with me.
Like, I remember.
Nah, they're ridiculous though, yo. I'll tell you, man. Like, I do a lot of work in really like rich areas, and some of these, some of the equipment that these people have is absurd. Like $15,000 fridges and $20,000 ovens and shit like that. I was in a house in Wayne, and it was literally a fucking castle. And out of curiosity, I was just like, dude, I gotta look this fucking house up. So I looked it up on like Zillow. It was an $11 million house. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Why am I here?
Yeah, and all right. So I don't think I'm gonna get in trouble. No, I'm not giving anything. Fuck it. It was this dude's house, and this is when I know, like, all right, this dude has serious fucking money. We walked upstairs. There was like a room and then a personal gym, which was like the size of a fucking Planet Fitness. Like, this dude had to have $500,000 worth of exercise equipment in there. And then right when you walk out of there, there's a fucking massage room. This giant room with a massage table sitting in the middle, and all this.
Was there a hole in the middle missing?
There was. I was looking for
a milking table.
Nah, there's no milking underneath the table.
Oh, what a waste of a table, huh?
I agree. Like, I honestly, I went up and I made sure he didn't secure it and like put the little piece back in there.
Milking table would be crazy.
Nah, there was no milking table there, but I don't know. He probably gets it in there. Who knows? I mean,
for an $11 million house, he gets pussy wherever he wants.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Jeez. Some people, my dad, he installs like carpet.
Yeah.
And he goes in some houses where, like, he'll be like, one guy worked for the Eagles, like he was like some VP or like he just goes in crazy houses. And I've worked with him a couple times. I've been in these houses. I'm like, dude, what do you? It's those houses you drive by. You're like, what do I have to do to afford a house like this? Like, do I have to like beat your dick like once a day for like a year, and then you give me this house? Like,
I think about it every time. I just immediately am just like, what the fuck do you do? Like, how did you? Where did your life? How did you end up here? Like, what is it that took place in your life that? And obviously, it's like well-educated people who got good jobs.
But I think like those, I don't even know what you could do. Like at the highest level of like. My brain is like, you're making $100,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
But there's people that just make millions of dollars. And what do you do, bro?
Fucking lawyers, I guess, and like people who work in insurance. And
like they're fucking, they just found a loophole, or their family's been rich forever.
Yeah, there's also a lot of that, I would imagine.
Like, oh man. Like to be a best friend with one of those kids, like, just to be a best, like you meet some guy named Brett, you're like at the bar, like, hey, what's up, Brett?
That is definitely a rich name,
yeah,
Brett.
Yeah, you just meet Brett, you guys just fucking chilling. He's like, hey, we're having a party back at my house. You want to come back? And there's just like, you go back there and he has a mansion with girls and fucking everyone's just like, and then you're like, yo, I will live here and do whatever you say.
Literally, fuck my parents. I hate them anyway. They suck.
I don't like them.
They suck.
Like, I don't like them. Just I would love to live here. Oh
yeah.
My. I don't think. Did it go down? I don't know what just happened. Everything sounds fine to you?
I hear you.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why. I think I was just so excited. All the blood was rushing to my head that I'm like, I can't imagine living like that rich. Like, what is Brett like on his day-to-day life? Like, what is Brett's day?
Well, I see that too, man. Like, I'm in a lot of these rich houses, and it's women who are in their 40s or 50s, and they have kids who are teenagers, middle teenagers, and I'm just sitting there thinking, like, dude,
you don't know.
You have no idea.
Yeah,
you don't fucking know how lucky you are to grow up like that. But then it's like, I don't know, maybe some of those kids are neglected, so we should feel bad about that.
See, but once you get to a certain age, I hate when people like are in their 20s and they're still blaming their childhood for what they're doing now. Like, grow the fuck up.
No, I agree.
Like, after a certain period of time, just move the fuck on.
I think a lot of people should probably seek like professional help, like, because there's a lot of people who are not over whatever childhood trauma that has affected them, and it affects, like you said, they're fucking grown men, and I'm guilty of it of certain shit myself, so I can't, I'm to blame as well, but I agree with you. Like, that's some shit. It's like, once you get to a certain point, holding on to that is not going to do anything for you. Like, it's not going to, if you make a decision and you then try to, like, go back on shit that you did in your childhood, it's not going to change the decision you made, like, at all. So, I'm with you, man. Like, it's, people are fucked up. What you gonna do?
Yeah. So, go back to your 5-year relationship. Were you guys living together?
No.
Oh, you fucking lucky, bro.
We were together all the time, though. I mean, we hung out 7 days a week pretty much for 5 years. So it was as close to living together as you probably could be without living together.
So when did it actually like when did you realize it was over? Like I remember
A month and a half after.
like were you still texting her?
Yeah.
Like, so are you coming over tonight or what's going on? Or
Nah, it wasn't like that.
because I remember my low moment where I was sitting on my chair, right, where she always sat to my left every time.
Yeah.
I was watching TV. I mean, I cried for the first like 3 or 4 months straight.
Yeah.
Right, like nonstop, and I was trying to drink myself to death. But I remember, like,
Still doing
for a
that.
long time, I was like crying, right, and then I was just like, I was watching TV regularly, and then I forgot why I was crying for a while, and I was like finally like enjoying myself, and then like a song came on that we listened to,
Yeah.
and I just like sat there, and I was just like so in shock. I was like, I can't fucking believe that happened. Like, what was like, I was in my underwear, like, just what was your moment like?
Well, this person was like my best friend. Like, I did everything with her. So even to this day, like, it's not like I get sad about it, but like I'll see things and I'll get reminded about it. But I would constantly get reminded of it because I was driving for UPS like from like September until January, and I would go by Longwood Gardens all the time, and like we would talk about going to Longwood Gardens. So every fucking morning I would go to work and I would just see that.
You guys never went,
No,
and you're like, fuck, if I would have just took her to Longwood
that would have
Gardens,
saved it. That would have saved it.
that would have been it.
I'm about to text it now.
Like, was it Longwood? If I would have said Longwood, would you have stayed with me?
Nah, I mean,
I set up red zones in my mind when I first went through it. What I called red zones were places I want to go that will remind me of her or that I could possibly see her. Did you do the same thing?
no, not really. I was still delusional for probably like a month and a half and thought that this relationship would get back together and prosper again. And then finally it just got to a point where because we were like still talking, and honestly, I think a lot of that was probably her feeling bad for me and still caring for me as like a person and wanting to make sure I'm all right. And there's also the possibility like of just habit, like from talking to each other every day for 5 years. But it was kind of weird.
Who did you talk? Like, who did you fill that void with? Like, so you would talk to her all the time. Who did that switch to?
Captain Morgan.
Every day?
Nah, not every day.
But like, you didn't like text some. Like, so say you used to leave work and you would call her. Who did you start to call instead? Because you needed to fill that void.
I really didn't call anyone for a couple months, to be honest with you. Like, there were times that, like I talked to a few girls and like, I would be like, yeah, like I want to take you out. But it was really like me drunk and like having this confidence and feeling lonely. So for a couple months, I kind of decided like I got to sit back a little bit and maybe work on myself and take care of this. I did start talking to another person, but that was very short-lived.
Yeah, I mean, I tried. Like, I knew she was cheating, right? So almost immediately,
That's fucked up.
I tried to like start talking to girls.
Yeah.
But like when you go from like about to try to have kids, like you're just starting to try, to being a regular person, just talking.
Were you trying to have kids?
We just started like a few weeks before, right?
Jesus, dude.
Yeah, and I never wanted kids, and then she talked me into it.
Yeah.
And then really fucked my brain up. So anyway, so like I would have girls over, and then when we get done having sex, I'm like, so do you want kids? And they're like, what the fuck? But
I said that to someone too. Oh my God, bro.
Right afterwards?
Oh man.
In person or?
No, this was in person. Like, there was a girl that I was talking to afterwards, and she's really great as well. If you see this, no disrespect to you, But this was like the first girl that I had talked to since then, and you know, we hung out and shit got real. And because I liked her a lot, started hanging out with her, and I'm pretty sure I told her I loved her when I was drunk one night, dude. I'm talking like 3 weeks into knowing this person.
But it's because you're so comfortable with that type of conversation with your day-to-day life for so
Exactly.
long that you say it even that you don't mean it. You just say it not thinking like this is something I should not say.
Yeah, and I brought up the kids thing too. I was told that. I woke up the next morning and was told like, yeah, so 2 kids, huh? It's like, what? What the fuck does that mean? She was like, oh, that's what you were saying last night. Like, oh, okay.
Oh shit. Shit, the first girl I tried
I meant to tell you I had a vasectomy. My apologies.
Did you really? No. The first girl I tried to have sex with, I couldn't even get a boner.
Bro, same here.
I had to get on Viagra to get my brain like.
When you were 14?
No, when I went through my divorce.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, I can understand that.
You had a Viagra at 14?
No, I thought you were saying that.
Oh,
Like,
no,
you
no,
couldn't get a
no, no,
boner
no,
your
like, the first
time.
girl I
It's
tried
like,
to-
counts of Viagra.
The first girl I tried to have sex with after the whore.
Yeah.
Like I was so emotional. Like I couldn't. You can't even think about what's happening. Like a
Yeah.
girl could just sit there and go, it's happening, whatever.
Yeah.
But a guy, you got to be in the moment. I just wasn't in the moment at all.
I mean, yeah, I can imagine, dude.
Just
Like,
fucking sucked.
especially when like you had sex attached to procreation. So it's like,
Yeah.
that's pretty heavy.
Yeah, and
It's pretty
like,
heavy.
when you're like, I will only have sex with this person for the rest of my life, right?
Yeah.
And then they leave and they're fucking somebody else. You're like, I don't like. Can I have sex with somebody else?
What is sex?
what the fuck's the point?
I don't know what to do with my hands. Like Ricky Bobby and Talladega Nights. I'm not sure.
So let's get back into music, huh?
Fuck it, why not?
So is there a musician you hate being compared to?
Well, I wouldn't say I hate it, but I don't know. I mean, I would like to not be compared to anyone because at the end of the day, I'm writing my own lyrics. I'm talking about my life and shit like that. But I get the Eminem comparisons quite frequent, and I get Mac Miller comparisons frequent as well. But I'm not really mad at either. I mean, they're both pretty fucking talented dudes, so whatever. But it does kind of suck because I feel like, do I have to be the white guy? Like,
You have to
do I
be.
have to be
You have
compared
to
to
be.
another white guy? Like,
Right.
it just, but it's all right, man. As some of it I understand, like, especially with Eminem, I sort of understand. I don't really get it so much now, but like when I was 17, 18 years old, I was very much biting Eminem style completely. Like, I almost went like anti, money and cash and money, clothes, hoes, and all that shit. Like, I went like strongly anti, and I was just talking like violent shit and like talking about like putting anthrax in a preschool and taping the vents and shit like that.
ICP
Like,
over here.
yeah, like so I was just completely ripping off Eminem in that sense, and then around like probably like, because I stopped for a while, like I put out like a mixtape in 2012, and that got pretty decent traction. I put out a song called Close Your Eyes, and that got like 10,000 views on YouTube, and it was like locally, at least in my eyes for me, it was blowing up, and I was getting a lot of local attention. And after that, I just kind of fell deep into alcohol for a couple of years, and I didn't start really rapping again until 2018, and around 2018, Mac Miller put an album out, Swimming, which I was very heavily influenced by, so I can understand. I definitely made songs that were in like the vein of a Mac Miller type of song, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm going to get it even if I feel like it sucks. I'm going to get it regardless. It's either going to be M or it's going to be Mac Miller. It could be Macklemore, so I would rather not have that. So as long as I don't get the Macklemore comparison, I'm straight.
Yeah. So
I've never had a high noon before, actually.
me neither until we did a live show during Sips at Top's Tomato.
I seen that. How was that?
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing it more often. I don't know. It's just depends on the vibe of the night, and it's hard to like get like. It's hard to get the music,
Yeah.
muted out while
When
you
you
also.
got a business going on running.
Yeah,
right in
it's
front
not
of your face.
it's not easy, and the air didn't work there, so I was pissed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I tried them and I actually really liked them. I wish I could get them at all stores, but because Pennsylvania sucks, this is a liquor, so you had to go to a liquor store for this, and it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, change that, Pennsylvania.
Bunch of fucking Dutch fuckers.
Yeah, dude, fuck out of here. Dude, literally fuck the Amish. No, I'm kidding.
I agree, they suck. So I wanted to play a game.
Let's do it.
Have you seen the game Don't Look Away?
No.
You don't know what that is?
Oh, I did. Was it you put like a fucked up video on?
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
it's, I'm gonna be quick at this.
You're gonna be quick to turn away?
Oh my god, yeah.
Really?
Bro, if you're about to show me someone getting their dick cut off, like I'm immediately turning around. Nah, I'm gonna ride it out. I'm gonna ride it out.
I thought for the first one I would do, a nice easy one.
Oh, dear God.
This is going to be a nice easy one. So the name of the game is Don't Look Away. What's going to happen is I'm going to show you a fucked up video on the screen. If you do look away, we'll do a half of your care and you have to choke.
Okay.
And the first one's, you can take off your headphones so you can actually hear what's going on.
Oh, great. I really want the experience, so bring it in.
So what's happening right now is there's a man with a huge cyst behind his ear. It's a giant cyst.
Dude.
See, this is the first one that's non-sexual, which is new to the program. But he has a huge cyst behind his ear, and somebody's popping it with a pin. Looks like there's a little bit of skin coming off, so they're just plucking the area.
Trying to open it up.
Not a big deal. It's almost as big as his ear, the cyst itself.
Looks
and
like a fucking nut, dude.
Oh, look, a little bit of egg yolk coming out.
Yeah,
a little bit of yellow
out.
coming out. Dude, girls love to pop this kind of shit. Imagine having this big of a fucking cyst.
Yeah, dude, they see videos of this and they're like, oh, satisfying.
Girls are coming to this. As much yellow as is coming out of that as much white that's coming out of the girl right now.
Look at that cream, baby.
Oh, that's not bad, right? Just a little. This is the first
Look like
time.
a little alien popping out.
Yeah. Easy peasy, right? No big deal. What do you think's gonna happen? Ooh.
Oh my God.
Don't look away. It's so
I'm
much.
looking.
It's so much cyst.
Oh my God.
Oh. There's a lot of yellow. I like the music. It's almost like porno music. Like someone definitely came to this before.
Oh my God.
And there's chunks of white in the yellow. And there's some red, a little bit of blood. Oh, a lot of blood now. It's weird that I like the color. It's like satisfying.
Dude, how is all of this coming out of a human being?
So much yellow. It's so much yellow. Oh, red and oh man. Ah, that was an easy one, right? That was an easy one.
That was easy. That was easy.
That was easy. So next one, I wanted to get into a little bit of
Oh my God.
Here we go. Oh wait, I'm sorry. This is the wrong video. You can keep your headphones off so you can hear what's going on. So do you want to give a play-by-play?
I'll give a play-by-play. Let's go.
Here we go.
Okay, so apparently this is a pornographic movie. There is a guy who is currently being forced to stick his tongue up this woman's ass. Oh my God.
What happened?
This woman's
She's shitting in his mouth.
What? Oh dear Lord. Okay, so this dude who has a pair of, I'm assuming, underwear, like halfway on top of his head, like this.
Oh, look at him pooping his mouth.
Oh dear God, dude.
Oh my God. Oh, she's like making fun of him with his
Bro,
little.
like, how are you gonna do like? Oh, she's like cuckolding him. Oh,
yeah, but
okay.
he's also eating the shit.
Dude, what in the fuck?
Oh, when's the last time you ate some shit?
Never, man. when I was in the womb, probably that was the last time.
What's on his dick? There's like a cage
It's like
on
a
his.
chastity belt.
They put like cages on their dick. It's weird.
Yeah, dude.
It's like so you can't get a boner.
But what if you do get a boner? Like what's gonna?
I don't think you can break a metal cage with your dick.
Oh my God.
He's got poop all over his mouth. He's just. Oh man, that was a. What do you think of that video?
Can you send me the link?
I have something I want to do later. All right, last one. It's old. Well, we actually haven't watched this one yet, but It's something I'm into, kind of, a little anal prolapse. You know what a prolapse
Oh,
anus?
dear God, dude. I'm going to turn away immediately from this. Yes, I do.
You ready for it? All right, give a play-by-play. What's happening?
Nah.
There's two prolapse anuses touching each other. There's two butts next to each other, but they're like 4 or 5 inches apart, and their prolapse anuses are sitting outside of it. The one girl on the left's not bad looking, but her anus is out. I mean, and this one girl's like blowing the other older lady.
Oh my God, what the fuck is that? What is that?
It's her whole outside, or her whole inside is outside.
Entire intestines came out of her body.
Look at it, she's fucking her.
Oh my God, what in the...
She pulled her whole, you missed it, she pulled it all the way out. She pulled it all the way out.
Oh my Lord, dude.
This is something that, this is something I never thought.
I gotta keep saying what's going on.
This is something
Oh my God, dude.
she has one glove on her right hand holding the prolapse anus. The left one's wide open. She said no condom for the left one. Bro, I never thought I would see that. I need to keep that video saved. That's one of my favorites. That's a fucking good one. What do you think about that? You can put your headphones on again if you want, but what do you think about the prolapse anus? You want to?
I think I'm gonna leave, man.
You good? You don't want to?
I enjoyed. Thank you for having me, Justin.
I gotta go.
Dude, what in the absolute fuck?
Now, what would you be more into doing? The eating the poop or rubbing on the prolapse anus?
Blowing my brains out on question. If there's a third option, Colt 45.
But you missed it where she pulled the whole thing out.
I seen it first, dude. It looked like a fucking dildo. Like it was.
I don't know how she's still alive. Like she pulled, like it detached from her whole body.
How do you? What is the after effect of that video when the director goes cut?
I don't think there's a director. I just think there's
A doctor. Hopefully.
there's one guy just crying in the corner with his iPhone, just please don't make me do this, dude. That one was fucked up, huh?
Yeah, dude. That
I think that was the most fucked up one I've seen.
that may be one of the most maybe the most fucked up video I've ever seen. Maybe, but then it, like, yeah. I mean, there was like the BBW Pain Olympics. Do you remember that?
BME Pain
Or
Olympics.
BME Pain Olympics.
Yeah, the quality is not so good anymore now that you
No.
watch. I've showed it on here, and you really can't tell what they're doing in compare. You go from 4K to that. You can't even tell that they're sawing their dick off. But pulling your whole anus out of your body is
Yeah, that's it's pretty heavy. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, they're getting paid extra. I mean,
I don't think you make that much money off of porn.
Nah, man. I've read and heard that the industry is fucking really bad.
Yeah, but who's the Middle Eastern girl that
Mia Khalifa.
Yeah, she made money afterwards, not in it.
Yeah, because she did like a podcast with fucking Gilbert Arenas, basketball
Yeah.
player.
I mean, they cut up her scenes.
I'm sorry, did you see the video of her with the mask?
What do you mean the mask?
Look that up if you want to see gross video. She had a mask on like during COVID, and 'cause her dog took a shit outside. She picked it up with the mask.
Mia Khalifa
Picked it up with the mask, threw it in a garbage can that was right near there, and then strapped the mask back on her face.
Mia Khalifa?
Mia Khalifa with the beautiful tits.
Great.
Did
Probably the
that.
best tits in the world.
Solid pair. I don't know. Selma Hayek probably has the best tits in the world.
She used to, yeah.
Used to. Come on, man. She's
I
still
don't know.
killing it.
I don't know if she still has. I mean, in a movie they can make her look whatever they.
That is very true.
I think she has a mustache probably on most days.
She probably does. Really gorgeous though. Shout out to Selma Hayek. If Selma Hayek sees this, shout out to you.
Would you prolapse her anus?
Nah, man. It's probably like the most glorious and pristine butthole that you can possibly find. So you gotta take care of that, man.
Oh, by the way, how would you describe prolapse anuses for people that are listening? They don't know what just happened.
As if your insides just came directly out of your ass.
It's like a red elephant trunk almost.
Yes.
And it's just what's inside of you comes outside of you. And you've never seen it before. You can Google it if you want, but I think if you want to watch the good shit, you should come in love and then what? And then you can see something that'll scar you probably for the rest of your life.
I absolutely agree. And I'll be honest with you. Later on, when I get home, I'll be checking that video out, Jesse. I'll be checking that out.
Bro, I don't even watch porn anymore since I started playing this game. Like, I can't even get into it anymore.
Because you just think of prolapsed anuses every time.
And I don't even, like, I don't enjoy, like, researching this game. I wish somebody would just send me these videos so I didn't have to, like, destroy my fragile mind.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty vanilla in the bedroom outside of this.
Yeah.
I mean, my new girl, not my new girl, my girl that I've been with for, like, 2.5 years. Has me trying more things that I've ever tried before.
Well, I seen you on an Instagram video with clamps on your nipples, so that was
dude.
I wish it was. I wish you had a sponsor.
She wasn't a sponsor. It's Erotic Boudoir, and we do have what do you call it, a promo code for them. So if you spend $25 or more, you get 10% off using Love and Them. What is a promo code on Erotic Boudoir? But yeah, that one was that video. It's funny to try to set up nipple clamps in a funny way when you don't like nipple clamps.
Were they painful?
I have very sensitive nipples. So if you guys haven't seen the video, check it out. But my arms are like tied up behind me. I have like, what do you call it? Like a blinder on my eyes. And then I have nipple clamps on. And I do not like nipple clamps. I'm cool with like a little bit of nipple play, but I have very sensitive nipples.
Not a fan of nipple play. I don't really, you know.
My girl sucks my nipples. It's cool with me.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Like,
It feels good?
yeah.
Cool.
Like, it gets me going. Like, my ears get me going a lot.
Oh, the ears are that.
Like a moan or a lick.
Yeah, exactly. You get the chills just thinking about
Yeah, like that. If you want me to come in 2 minutes, that's how you can get me to do
it.
it.
You want to get me out of there quick? Head for the ears.
I've always said that. I was like, if I'm too drunk and I'm not staying to attention, just play with the ears a little bit. Doesn't always work, but it's a pretty good get into Joe.
It's a solid move to use on women too. I mean, the neck, the ears.
Yeah,
that's the spot.
Nipples are good. Kissing the legs are good.
Yeah. Shout out to nipples. One time, man.
Should be a sponsor. Nipples.
Give it up for nipples.
we all love nipples. Congratulations, nipples.
Any size, any prize, baby. We love them all.
So I'm guessing you've seen the next game. I've had an idea for. It's called Plead the Fifth. You have any idea what that is?
I know what pleading the fifth is, but I am not aware of what this game is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I always forget to turn the audio back on after watching porn.
Is that just Your Honor in the court?
This is
I
another.
Plead the fifth.
This is another.
I plead the fifth.
That's gonna come up. Why can't I?
Five.
This in?
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's gonna come up on this. You already know what's gonna happen.
Now session.
The defendant is not guilty. You're the one who's guilty.
Call the first witness.
Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. And the truth shall set you free.
Then you're just a bunch of lousy, yellow, stinking cowards.
Sir, you're out of order. Nothing further, Your Honor.
I plead the fifth. No, but I can tell you that I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You called it.
Let's go.
The name of the game is Plead the Fifth. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna ask you 5 questions during this game. You can plead the fifth once, and only once. But if you do plead the fifth, you have to chug a whole high noon.
Oh dear Lord.
If you do not plead the fifth, I will have to chug a whole high noon.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Question 1. What is the last sexual position you came in?
Getting head?
See, guys always say they don't come from that. I think it's bullshit. I think they're lying.
No, I don't know how you can't. I mean,
Unless the worst person ever sucking their dick every time.
yeah. I mean, it's, tell her to just add a little hand in there if it's not feeling good. You know?
Yeah.
It'll be
Do you
all right.
like when they press on the taint? Are you a taint guy?
No. I want no taint. Stay away from my fucking ass. I'm not into none of that, dude.
You never got a finger up the butt or anything?
No, I don't want to finger up the butt.
What about a little tongue?
I'm not into that either, because it's like, bro, there is no manly way to possibly do that. You're either what? Like, pulling your legs up to your fucking head. Like, there's a viral video going around now. It's some girl who has, like, her legs up, and she's, like, clicking them here, and this guy's, like, acting like he's, like, fucking his phone. So you're either putting your legs up like to your shoulders or what? Like you're on all fours? Like that's...
See, we've had so many girls in here where they all say they eat ass and they've done all the stuff. And one of the first times I heard about this was actually an episode I had to delete. But the reason I had to delete it was this girl was in the military and she talked about doing drugs and all kinds of stuff. And that's before I had this waiver to sign.
Yeah.
So now we have people sign waivers. Anyway, so she talked about how the first time she was ever asked about doing it, like she didn't even know that she was going to be doing it.
How can you even approach
But the guy,
that?
she said the guy put his legs up like a baby trying to get like his diaper changed, and then she stuck a beer bottle up his ass.
What? With the cap on?
No, I think it was empty at this time.
Twist off. Was it twist off? Oh my God, dude. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, how can... Hearing those, like, I can't even imagine the words like, yeah, baby, what you think about licking my ass real quick? Like, no, dude. Like, absolutely not. Stay away.
Question 2. What is the biggest lie you ever told your ex?
That I'm a good person.
You're not a good person.
No, I'm not great.
Why are you good?
I don't know, man. I'm not, you know. Yeah, I mean, probably that. Probably that, we'd be together forever, and I would always treat her right, and I did neither of those, so what are you gonna do? I wasn't great to her.
Question 3. What is the most public place you have ever masturbated?
In a Wawa bathroom.
Bro, those are the dirtiest bathrooms in the world.
Listen, dude, I was 14 and I had like a girlfriend at the time. Okay, so I had a girlfriend at the time and we were like fooling around and stuff, but she wasn't making me come. And I felt uncomfortable because I knew what to say to her to be like, all you have to do is this and I will come. But I felt uncomfortable saying it to her. So we just like fooled around multiple times and like I just never came. And I went to her house one time and the same thing was happening. We were fooling around and I had a baseball game that night and I was a pitcher. So I had blue balls out the fucking ass. I could barely walk. And my mom came and picked me up, and she had, like, my uniform and shit. I was going directly from her house to the game, so I just said to her, like, yeah, I got to go to Wawa real quick. And I went to the Wawa, and I fucking beat off real quick in, like, 5 minutes. And, like, with anyone, men out there, women, I don't know if they get blue balls. I've heard, I don't know. But men out there, you know that it doesn't immediately go away. Like, the pain lingers for several hours.
Oh, wait, you're saying your balls actually hurt if you don't come?
If, like, I'm worked up to a point where it's like I should be coming, yeah. I mean, you've never had blue balls?
See, I've not come before plenty of times. And I don't want to say plenty. It's I normally come pretty.
I literally never come.
I always come.
That's what I do.
Saying plenty implies that I always...
You don't deserve my seed.
But I've not come before, but it didn't hurt my balls. I never had the actual like blue ball sensation that people talk about.
Yeah, man, I've had it quite a bit. Especially, well, not quite a bit. Now I'm the same page that you are. I don't want to say it like that. But yeah, I've had it before, and it's very painful. And then imagine like trying to pitch a game where you're literally lifting your leg up in there, smacking your fucking balls up against your thigh and shit. Every time I'd throw a pitch, I was like screaming like, ugh.
You sound like a girl tennis player.
Exactly, dude. Sound like fucking Serena out there. Well, no, Serena had a tough scream. That was like I'll fuck you up scream, like an Anna Kournikova type of scream, like one of those.
Question 4.
Let's do it.
How many people have you had sex with? You're under oath. This one gets people.
Why? Because they don't feel comfortable putting it out there.
Uh-huh. Probably the same feeling you have right now.
I'm just like delaying. I'm gonna say it. Like it's just a matter of just want to add dramatic effect for the audience out there. What will he do? Dun, dun, dun. Will he plead the fifth? Probably like in the like, excuse me. Probably like, I don't know, 20 something, like 25 or something like that.
Okay.
Give or take.
The last question to Plead the Fifth.
This is going to be the worst one.
It could be easy. Sometimes I throw a softball in there. Who is the worst musician you know personally? You have to say their name. You just said all these things where you've jerked off, talked about how many people you had sex with. Who do you know that just is terrible? You can't say no one, and you can't say yourself, by the way. Do you have a name in your mind that stuck out right away?
No, I really don't. I'm trying to think. Like, I really don't. And it's not even on, like, some diplomatic type of shit. Like, I would have no problem saying it. I just, give me 10 seconds. I might have to drink. I might have to drink.
So you are going diplomatic here.
Yeah, I might have to plead the fifth. I'm not going to talk negatively about anyone.
Gotta chug the whole high noon. He pleaded the fifth.
Oh, dear God.
Now you did this to yourself, sir.
I did. First high noon down the hatch. Shout out to High Noon.
I gave you a black cherry. I thought you would be cool with black cherry.
Do it.
Chug, 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 chug. I'm gonna chug half of mine just because I feel bad. How you feel about that?
Pretty good.
Did you drink the whole thing?
No, I didn't. I'm a pussy. I'm going to have to finish it. All right. Cheers again. High noon. Black cherry. Vodka and soda for your tasting pleasure. Cheers.
Should be a sponsor. Need a second? All right, we can talk for a second while you or do you just need to relax?
No, we're good.
You don't need to scramble the eggs at all.
No, we're good.
So have you ever had sex like based off of being a rapper? Like, has anyone ever? It started with the excuse me's and ending with the whatevers.
I tried before. When I was a senior, we were at like the high school I went to, and I mean you're from around here, so like a lot of to the outside viewing audience, a lot of like high schools around here when we graduate during the summer we'll go to like Wildwood and get a house and shit down there.
So we're based outside of Philadelphia for those that aren't aware. So we go to Jersey a lot. Wildwood is in Jersey.
Shore. And we had like a senior house with probably like 10 to 15 of my friends. And there was a condo full of girls from a high school, like O'Hara, which is a local high school. And they were coming over and they were hanging with us. And I used to have the worst line ever, dude.
By the way, O'Hara girls, just thinking of them, in my mind, they were always the hot ones. I don't know why. I don't even know where O'Hara is, but they always had the hottest girls.
I got arrested trying to meet a girl from O'Hara one time. Literally, bro, I was like, I guess I was 15, and this was only like the third time I had been drinking.
Yeah.
And I did like fucking 13 or 14 shots of Smirnoff triple something. And I couldn't have weighed more than like 110 pounds at the time. So I was absolutely slammed. And I was like texting this girl at the time. And I don't even think if she was necessarily into me or not. We were just texting each other. And for whatever reason, she was at like the O'Hara Fair. And I was in Morton, on 420, like at that Wawa near there, near George's music studio. I was probably like 5 minutes from George's music studio. And I decided to walk to Cardinal O'Hara High School to meet this girl at the O'Hara Fair. And yeah, on the way I got picked up by cops and got arrested and got like underage drinking and shit. Got dropped. We're clean, but Yeah, man, it was pretty rough.
Wait, how did you try to use rap with her?
Oh no, that wasn't the rap. That was,
we were just talking about Cardinal O'Hara girls. They were so
yeah,
fucking hot.
Exactly, because all right, so Cardinal O'Hara girls were in this condo next to us, and I came up with I'm gonna say, so I don't sound shameless, somebody else came up with the idea that we would tell these girls that like, yeah, like this is Shawn, like he's a rapper.
Is this high school?
Yeah, this is like my senior summer. We decided we're gonna tell these girls like, yeah, this is Shawn, like he just signed with Lil Wayne. Like he just signed a contract with Lil Wayne.
Make shit up.
So bro, I was straight up. All right.
How do you act? How do you like? Give me the posture that you're obviously trying to show that you're a rapper. Like you're just sitting there like that.
You gotta bite the lower lip and just give a little lean.
And they're the ones talking. They're like, "That's Shawn over there. He just signed with Lil Wayne." And you're just like
yeah, yeah, that's me. Hey, you ladies, don't feel afraid. It's okay. I'm nice.
I'm just a normal guy.
Yeah, you know, I'm just like you. I'm a regular person.
But I signed with Lil Wayne.
Yeah, you know, it's just, you know, no big deal. He's only, you know, Lil Wayne.
Just stunt like my daddy.
Exactly. But I don't know. I mean, it didn't work though. It didn't work. Like I like kissed a couple of the girls there, but nah,
they smelled it. They smelled your bullshit.
Yeah, but I ended up actually getting cool with them afterwards, so it wasn't a big deal. But I mean, that night. So
you
in high
still
school,
feel embarrassment right now?
Nah. So in high school, because I'm going to talk about drugs right now to all the listening audience.
Hold on. All right, so let's get into drugs, huh? Wait. Did you finish your beer yet? Because you lost Plead the Fifth, and we're just waiting for you to milk it. All right. Like a champ. All right, let's get into drugs.
So
you took a deep breath going.
To all the out there, drugs are very bad. Obviously we're joking around. We're having fun with it. We're talking like recreationally using, obviously.
Depends what you read to say. If you say Coke, I can't get behind it, but go on.
Well, I have done Coke.
Well, Coke's the best one to do recreationally.
Yeah, but like I hate myself when I do it because I haven't done it in a long time, but I become like such a pretentious douche. I just can't shut the fuck up, and I talk all the time, and like I play music, and I'm like, dude, this is the greatest thing ever. You fucking kidding me? Billy Joel? What? Like,
so you switched to crack, huh?
Exactly. Nah, I mean, it's funny because like I was adamantly against pretty much everything, with the exception of weed and hallucinogenics.
Mushrooms.
Well, acid.
Oh, okay. I've never done acid. Mara's really into mushrooms and acid. Well,
yeah,
she's really into mushrooms, definitely.
Yeah, I've done shrooms a couple times. I've done acid more, though. That's my...
I've never done it.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some pretty great times. We can talk about that. I mean, I could talk about the first time like I ever tripped, which was crazy. That's actually a funny story, and I do want this on here.
Promote this, kids.
So I was... so that same senior summer... Well, I'm not trying to jump all over the place, but... All right, so back to the O'Hara girls, so we can get that out of the way.
Sexy.
Our senior year, a lot of my friends, we got into taking ecstasy, and we were doing like E-bombs. And
where'd you go to school, by the way? You keep saying
I went to Bonner.
That sucks.
Where'd you go?
I went to Ridley. It just because Bonner looks like Boner, so I mean, growing up that must have sucked.
Yeah, I mean.
Actually, that's probably funny for white guys. Like, all guys school named Boner.
It's not original, though. So, like, when anyone would say it, it's just like, oh, never heard that one before, dude. You fucking think of that yourself? Conjure that up in your fucking great brain you got, man? Nah, but, like, we were fucking around with ecstasy a little bit. And, yeah, I mean, that night when we were at the shore, like, when I was talking to them girls and telling them that I was signed to Lil Wayne, which wasn't true. We clearly.
You're in high school.
There could not have been a more blatant lie told in the history of lies being told. And so we all, like, a couple of my buddies brought, like, I think, like, 40 of them down there with them. And this was a brilliant plan of theirs, which I think ended after, like, a week. they're going to sell them throughout the summer, and that was going to keep them going. And then it's like, if you do the math, they were like $30 a pop, like $30, and these kids were staying down there the entire summer. So that wasn't working out. But we did them that day, and the thing is, when doing ecstasy, or at least the shit we were doing, the next day, you would want to die. Like, all the fucking serotonin or whatever in your brain would just be shot beyond belief, and you would have no emotion whatsoever, at least with me. So, like, the next day, after partying with all them girls, I'm sitting on the deck, and I'm, like, contemplating, like, should I jump off this deck or not? And these girls are walking down the street, and they're like, Shawn, hey, Shawn, what's up? What are you doing? Let's hang out. Let us come over. And I was just like, ugh. And walked back into the fucking house and, like, went and laid down. Like, it was just, I had no motion whatsoever. I didn't sleep the night before. I was going on, like, fucking 38 hours straight. Like, it was just, so that'll fuck you up. I wouldn't do ecstasy, you know, to any of the any of the children out there.
I did shrooms, and whenever I did shrooms, I always had that same kind of hangover where I just, like, I felt like I was, like, it's a huge haze where you don't feel like you're yourself at all. Yeah. Like, you're just, like, you're uncomfortable in your own skin, and you're like, am I, like, you feel like everything's on, like, mute almost, where you're just like,
Yeah. Well, I think that's just from whatever chemicals in your brain are getting released, and it's just, it's so intense. I did shrooms probably, like, maybe like 2 months ago. And what did I do? I'm trying to think if I did anything cool. I don't really think I did, though. I think, like, see, I like tripping alone because I can be weird. Like, I can be myself. I can be what I want to trip with. Like, you know, because I'll sit there and I'll play guitar, or I'll try to make beats. Like, sometimes I'll just watch movies and shit or something, or just listen to music, which I do pretty much the whole time. And, like, I enjoy doing it with other people, but when you're with someone else, you kind of have, like, you guys got to, like, delegate on what you're going to do. Like, I can be with someone, and then I'm just like, yo, I'm going to turn on this Pink Floyd song. Hope you dig it.
Free Bird every time.
Free Bird, literally, hold up. The shrooms that I'm talking about, I, like, did it twice, and the first time that I did it, I was listening to Free Bird, and I was legit like, dude, this is the greatest fucking guitar solo ever made. I don't know how this guy's doing this.
Me and my buddy, so when I grew up, I had, like, the party house in high school, right? Yeah. The basement. My brother also had a room in the basement, and then the rest of it was, like, an open basement that was finished. We would all drink there, play beer pong and stuff. One night I had a party, but me and my buddy took shrooms. So when you take shrooms, we were just trying to relax, listen to fucking Free Bird, and we were just laying on the bed, like, it was a king-size bed, so we were, like, far enough apart, but we felt like we were, like, miles apart, right? Yeah. And my one buddy's job was all he had to do was play Free Bird the whole time. Every time he's like, all right, it's ending. What are we going to do next? He's like, Free Bird! Like,
exactly, Free Bird!
You're melting into the couch, and all the girls are outside, like, out in the other room, because it's a bedroom set apart from the basement. Yeah. They're just, like, drinking, playing beer games, and we're just sitting there listening to Free Bird. So
what are you guys doing in there?
So we're just fucking, I mean, obviously, if I was the person that was there to, like, meet guys and stuff, I'd be pissed too. So my buddy's like,
party, baby.
My buddy's like, yeah, I got it. Like, the girls want to leave, like, and he was their ride, so he's like, yeah, so we're gonna go. I was like, all right, just put Free Bird on repeat, right? So he's like, all right, and as soon as it ends, he puts on Do Hust on repeat.
Oh my god,
Do Hust, and then turns off the light, and then me and Turbo, my buddy Turbo, were too fucked up to move. So we're like, no, like, we're right in the middle of a trip, but we were too scared, and we both couldn't get up.
These crazy German guys, they're infecting my brain.
And he goes, I'm like, ah! So don't listen to Do Hust and do shrooms.
No, man, I'll tell you, the first time that I, like, legitimately tripped on acid, this was, because I took, like, a half a hit once or twice before then, and...
oh, black cherry's good. Sorry, Bill.
Yeah, it is good. I was going down the shore, and this is the same summer that I've been referencing for the past 30 minutes.
Best summer of your life?
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely was.
You were signed the Lil Wayne signed you, so you can't. I mean, it's a good signing.
Yeah, for a night. It was a glorious night, folks. I'll tell you. Matter of fact, let me tell you. Nah.
Kiss a couple girls. I mean, it's a win-win.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely cool. Until the next morning when they wanted to hang out again, and I tucked away. But yeah, so I was going down the shore again, and we had been like evicted from our house at this point. Like they did that to a lot of people. Like there was another group of friends of mine. They got evicted by like July 4th. I mean, they only had the house for like 3 weeks. And there, I mean, we were throwing parties in there all the time. So that was happening. Excuse me. But, so I was going down to like another group of friend of mine's house, and I had 4 hits of acid. And it was like, all right, I'm going to do it one day, and then I'm going to do it another day. My parents were going down there at the same time. They were staying at like my aunt and uncle's house. So they were just like, okay, we'll drive you down there. Mm-hmm. And on the way down there, I'm planning out like this, planning it out in my head where I'm like, okay, when we get like 20 minutes away, I'm going to put the first hit of acid in my mouth in the car.
With your parents?
Yeah, with my parents. And I'm just going to let it chill under my tongue, hang out. And then by the time I get to this house, I'll be like 20, 30 minutes in. I'll start to feel it, and then the trip will get going.
Traffic.
So I took this hit, and I put it in my mouth, and maybe like 20, maybe 15 minutes went by. And my mom just goes, you know what, Joe? My dad's name, probably should, whatever. Shout out my man. He's like, you know what, Joe? Do you think we can go to the Rio Grande Mall real quick? So you're just like, yeah, sure. And my eyes got wide in the back. I'm just like, what?
We agreed on a certain plan.
And I started trying to talk to him, like, why don't you guys go tomorrow or something? We just had a long ride down here and all this stuff. And it's like, nah, where's going now? So we went there, and I walked into this place. I was like, all right, I'm going to use a bathroom. And I had my headphones on, and like Meek Mill just put out a project this exact day called Dream Chasers, and there was a song called Tony's Story on there that was just like the greatest thing I'd ever heard at that point. And I remember putting it on my headphones and walking to the bathroom, and shit just got in slow motion. And I just started walking in what felt like slow motion, and I was like, all right, I need to collect myself, and got back into the car. I got to the house. I got through scot-free. My parents weren't aware of the fact that I was tripping on a very, very potent hallucinogen at the time. And we got to the house, and it was only like 3 or 4 of us. And we decided, all right, we're going to watch Anchorman. Let's watch Anchorman. Solid movie, Ron Burgundy. And there's a scene in it where he's sleeping with Christina Applegate, and he goes like, I'm going to take you to Pleasuretown. Oh, we're going. And it's this whole animated scene, and I legit remember, like, all of my friends, right when this scene was about to happen, they all just stared at me real quick, like, because they knew this was about to happen, and I just remember going, oh, my God. And getting sucked into the fucking television screen. And no bullshit, dude, I was in Pleasuretown for like a minute and a half for the duration of the scene. I felt like I was there. Like, it felt like the wall behind me just shot back like 30 feet. Like, I started moving back, and then I fucking went into the screen. It's pretty wild.
Bro, did you ever do triple C's? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Chorus seeding?
Yeah.
So chorus seeding, don't do this, kids. I used to take too much, like where I should have died probably. Like, I would take multiple boxes. I remember one time I took it, and I was like, it'd be fun to watch like like an animated movie.
Yeah.
Horton Hears a Who. You ever see that movie? The beginning scene is where somebody blows like a wish, one of those, and it follows this one part of the wish.
Yeah.
And it follows all the way down to where Horton is. Bro, after that, I said
I was that wish.
I said I can't do this, and I just went and laid in bed. I was like, I'm done. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Bro, you ever see the movie Natural Born Killers?
No. Wait. Explain it a little bit.
It's
I don't think so.
Woody Harrelson, Juliette Lewis, but anyway, it's like the trippiest fucking movie ever. And the first time I seen it, I was on acid, and I could not believe what I was watching because it's just Quentin Tarantino wrote it.
I love Quentin Tarantino.
That's his guy,
God
man.
damn it, he's so good.
What's your favorite Tarantino movie?
Oh, there's so many fucking good ones.
I know.
Jesus Christ. What's the one with Jules, who's played by white guy with the ponytail?
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction's my favorite. And then Django Unchained. I love Django Unchained. I can watch that a million times.
I feel it hurts watching it though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's such a good movie though. God damn it!
I know it sucks because it's like an incredibly written and well acted movie.
Yeah.
And it's like they all fucking kill it. And I guess you just got to get over it.
And
but
Jamie
like,
Foxx has got a huge dick.
I don't know about that. Does he? Have
I
a huge
turned
dick?
away every time because the first time I saw it, I said that's too big of a dick to have.
Is it really?
Too big of a dick.
How did you see this? Was it like a nude of him leaked or something? In Django?
No, in Django Unchained, he's tied upside down.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, his dick goes below.
Do they show his dick?
Yeah. Full frontal. The dick goes, he's hanging upside down and goes past his belly button. I was like, all right, well, congratulations to this guy. I mean, I can't look at my dick ever again.
Not only are you a phenomenal actor, singer, and comedian, you got that too. Good for you, Jamie.
I think he has those other talents because his dick is big.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you exude that type of confidence that can
BDE.
give you all those other abilities.
A little bit of BDE.
Yeah, I mean,
congratulations to him.
I'd probably, I don't know. I like Inglourious Bastards a lot.
Oh my god. What's his name? Christoph Waltz is fucking
Kills it
amazing
in that movie. He kills it in Django too, for that matter.
He's really I think the best movie he's been in though is Inglourious Bastards. That was
he's fucking nasty and that bingo. That's a bingo.
That's a bingo. God damn it, he's good. He's so good.
I like Kill Bill Volume 1 too.
I've never watched Kill Bill.
Dude, you gotta watch it.
I know. I can't get past the fact that girls can beat up guys. Is that sexist? A little bit? It's probably a little bit sexist.
Well, she has a sword though, so.
Do none of the other guys have swords?
She doesn't really beat up guys. Well, no, I mean, like, it's more of like a revenge movie. Like, all of the people that she kills, it's not like she's overpowering.
All the movies are revenge movies with him.
Yeah, they pretty much are.
Yeah, they're all like fantasy revenge movies where they kill the Nazis, they kill slave owners. You know what I mean? They're all revenge. Pulp Fiction, I guess not so much. I think later, but if so he said he would only do 10 movies. If Kill Bill takes up 2 of those, I'm gonna be pissed. Because
he might do a third one. He was talking about.
Oh my God. He's too good not to keep going. But he's always said he'll only do 10, and that will fucking.
And then he'll start getting into writing, which I wish he would do both. Because I know he wrote a novel for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the last film.
I've never
that he
seen
did.
it. I want to see it so bad.
That's a solid movie.
It needs to
man.
be on Netflix. Netflix, please put this out there.
What are you doing, Netflix? I know you guys are going broke right now from investing all that money in those movies, but you know, come on.
They keep getting. When I joined, it was $5 a month. Now it's $16 a month.
Is it 16?
Or maybe it's even 18. 16
I don't even
or 18.
know. It just gets taken directly out of my account. I don't even fucking know at this point.
Past couple months, I've been looking at my withdrawals. Have been nonstop. Like I'm like, what? They just are charging me, you know, motherfucker. But
I want to get like that app that deals with all the subscriptions that you have because I have so fucking many. It's insane. Like there's got to be at least like every month $100 to $150 taken out just in shit I'm subscribed to.
I pay monthly for Zoom for interviews that I could do on Zoom. I've only done one.
I've seen the with the boys. I don't know their last name.
The Easy Boys, yeah.
Yeah, not trying to disrespect you guys. I just didn't remember your first name, but I seen you doing that.
Yeah, I mean, they're amazing. They're funny, but I can't talk to people like I talk to you in person.
Yeah.
And it takes away from the content, but I love their videos. Like I really I love farts. Like I fucking find them hilarious. And these dudes put out fart videos like nobody else.
If you do not find farts funny, there is something seriously wrong with you.
Yeah. What do you find funny then? What could be funnier? All right, farts.
Sick children.
You know what's weird that I find funny that nobody else does? When I throw up, I laugh. I think throwing up is the second funniest thing you do with your body besides farting.
I don't know if I laugh. I'm usually like, ugh, thank you, God. Thank you.
See, Tears are coming out.
Yeah.
Tears are coming out, and I'm laughing. So if you ever see me really drunk and I'm throwing up, I look almost psychotic to the normal brain because I'm throwing up, crying, and I'm cracking up the whole time because I find it so. I think it's the noise, the way like your body's so vulnerable. I just find the weirdest shit funny, but
Bodily functions, pretty much on a whole, are funny.
yeah, I mean prolapse anuses are always good.
Let me retract that statement from the record, Your Honor.
So spitting, I find I'll throw up every time I show a video of people spitting.
Yeah, I'm not into that in any way, shape, or form.
Have you ever spit in somebody's mouth during sex?
I was asked to.
And did you?
Yeah.
Were they black or white?
They're black.
Did they spit back into your mouth?
No, God no. I was over top, and I just heard spit in my mouth, Daddy. I was like, what? I legit said, what? Like, and it caught me off guard, and they're just like, yeah, do it. And I was like, oh, all right, well, I'm not trying to ruin the mood, so.
Did you hawk?
No, God, no. It was just like, and
she caught it?
Yeah. Listen, dude, I'm not into it at all. Believe me. Like, it's gross. It's like, absolutely gross. How is it you're gagging off of that when you just watched?
I can watch the most fucked up videos in the world. For some reason, spit, I find it so repulsive. I can't even watch people, like, if my girl's brushing her teeth, she has to sit.
It spits the.
I can't watch somebody brush their teeth.
Yeah.
It disgusts me. Anything with spit, go in the other fucking room.
No, I agree. I'm not into that in any way.
Like, you can piss in my mouth, shit in my mouth. Not into it. I want to throw up from it. You spit in my mouth once, I will destroy you as a person. I'll throw up all over myself.
There's also, like, the disrespect, like, in the background. It's like spitting on someone is the most disrespectful thing you can possibly
And then suddenly when it's
do.
in sex, it's fine. It makes no sense.
I know. Please, hawk one on me. Like, what, bitch?
It makes no fucking sense. So you've had sex with black girls, I'm guessing white girls?
Yeah. I have spanned the globe.
Have you done Asian?
Yeah.
Hispanic?
Yeah.
Native American?
I half.
Okay, so that's most white girls.
Egyptian.
Oh, Egyptian's not. What? That's not Native American?
Well, I don't know.
That's like
I
Middle
think
Eastern.
she was like half. I think she had like an Indian father.
What was the best pussy you ever had? Like race-wise.
White.
White.
Yeah.
Congratulations, white. We win again.
Shawne loved all my white ladies out there. All right. I still love you. I'll always love you, baby. Nah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. One girl I was sleeping with who was black. She's right up there, but probably white, yeah.
White. So do you, by the way, do you perform in like crowds? Have you like performed?
Yeah.
What's like the smallest crowd you've ever performed for?
I got asked to do a show. This was 2014, maybe. I got asked to do a show in North Carolina. Mm-hmm. And a girl.
Were you living around here at that time?
Yeah.
How did they find you?
Well, a girl that I knew who I was friendly with, she had a brother, and I knew him too, but I knew her, like, as opposed to, like, I met him and met her, I met her and met him. He was going to University of North Carolina at Charlotte, and he was on, like, I don't know, some type of board that was, like, organizing events, and I was putting music out at that time, and he hit me up and was just like, yo, like, I'm putting together this show, and, you know, I know you make music, so it would be cool if you could come. It would be a paid show. I got paid $500 for it. Like, it was sweet. So we went there for, like, the weekend. It was me and three of my buddies. Shout out to Steve, Scott, Deke.
Whitest names I've ever going.
Oh, no, Scott and Deke are both black.
Scott and Deke are black? Last names or first names?
Sadiq?
What about Scott?
Yeah. Flight School Scott, baby. Hollywood Scott, I love you, man. I hope you see
There's a
this.
black guy with the first name Scott.
Yeah, man.
Wow, I didn't know there was black Scots. But go on.
Well, he's Scott. I mean, he,
well, you know, I'm saying
Yeah,
I don't know
I
any
mean-
black Scots, but you know a black Scot. But go on.
yeah, I mean, it's probably the only one I know, but I mean, I don't know.
Probably the only one in existence. but go on.
No, there's probably a lot of black Scots out there. But, maybe not. But either way, shout out to Trap Lord Bernard right there. So yeah, us three went to North Carolina, and we left like Friday night, maybe like midnight or some shit like that. And we drove through Virginia. We drove the whole morning. Like, we drove 10 hours, and we got North Carolina maybe like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And this was on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I was performing. And I was like drinking before we were performing and shit. And we got up there. I had a 30-minute set. And it was this Spring Fest, I'm pretty sure it was called. It was like this whole festival that they had going on with a bunch of performances. And it was like in this stadium where there was a lower level and an upper level that kind of went around like a mall, or like almost as if it was like a mall. Like there was a second floor. And all this shit was going on the second floor, like games and I don't know, carnies, I guess, whatever the fuck. And the stage was on the first floor, though, and we went up, and there was legit no one there. There was legit no one.
So, like, just explore the area. Just
like, and we're in a big, like, arena, too. Like, this probably could hold, like, a couple thousand people. It's just me. It's just me and my guys, Steve and Scott and Deke. And Scott is DJing, and Deke was recording it. And Steve was like my hype man, and he had the mic. And yeah, there was like literally no one there. But there was there was a couple girls like in the last seats of the bleachers, like legit 50 yards away. And I was performing a song, and they like stood up and started dancing or something. So me and Steve were both like, yo, come on up, come on up. And they got right up in front, and they were dancing and shit. And we were just like, yes. So it ended up like 3 or 4 people watched us. But I think people really were watching us, because when I got done, there was like a decent amount of applause. So I guess there was people up there watching us. But I wish I could... I wish I had the footage, because it's just like throughout the entire show, every time I get done a song, I'm cracking up. I'm just like, dude, there's no one here right now. Like, dude, what is this? And I'm just like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to say whatever. And I just started talking random shit. There's like cops there, and I had a song where I'm basically saying fuck cops, and I like pointed the middle finger directly at them.
Fuck
and shit.
the police.
Yeah, like it was a whole situation. It was fun, though. It was fun.
So you talked about the smallest crowd you ever played for. What's the biggest crowd?
Probably like maybe like 100, 150 people.
Were you? I don't want to say nervous. Were you like more uncomfortable with the small crowd or the big crowd?
I'm uncomfortable always. Like, I get the worst anxiety when I'm about to perform or do anything music related. So I get nervous fucking regardless. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. It's weird. It's like, I guess it's just like anxiety, because it's like, all right, I'm about to do this. I'm about to get on stage. But once I get into it, that all goes away. And I get into like a fucking zone where I don't even think. Like, I'm just in the pocket. I know what I'm performing. I'm doing my thing. And it just works out. But I don't really think there's a difference in nerves, because I get them really. I had nerves before I came to here. You know what I mean? Like, because I want to present myself in a positive way, because I care about my music so much. So it is what it is, man. I mean, whether it's I don't know. I would imagine the anxiety would be worse if you're performing in front of a stadium full of 30,000 people than like if you're performing in front of 5 people. But either way, I mean, I get a little nervous. I care about this shit. I want to perform well. I want people to fuck with me. So,
Yeah, so like right before I did the live show, right? I'm always nervous. Even before I get here, I'm nervous because I don't even know why.
Yeah.
I just get nervous.
Just anxiety.
And I don't show it. I'm not, like, my girl never notices it. But before the live show, I was like stressing out because I stressed before this, but I can control certain factors here, like the lighting, the TV, all these things I can control a little bit more. Yeah. Before the live show, I couldn't control anything. I was like, it's in somebody else's hands.
Yeah, you're at the mercy of someone else.
So I was like, well, I know I'm pretty good at what I do, but I don't know if anyone else can match what I do with their work ethic. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that was the first time she's like, you seem really anxious. Are you okay? I was like, well, I'm always actually anxious, but I play it off really, really well where you don't notice it. I don't bring up like what I feel a lot. I kind of just always kind of like mellow and cool and relaxed.
Tuck it down, baby.
I'm Irish, bro. I just fucking tuck that shit in.
So am I, man. What's that, Jameson? Down my throat? Push it down a little further, baby.
Yeah, but that was the first time she was like, you seem like really on edge. I'm like, well, there's just things I can't control.
Yeah.
Other places I can control what I do and say. I mean, what I say, I really can't control. I have no idea what I'm going to say half the time.
Yeah, it just goes.
And when I come home, like tonight, she's going to say, what did you guys talk about? I go, I have no fucking idea. I'm like, I think at one point we talked about drugs. I don't know.
There was like a minute where we were discussing prolapsed anuses, I believe.
So I really don't know what I talk about. I go home and I edit, and it takes at least a week to edit everything I've said and done. It takes a long time because all the clips and everything.
Yeah.
So she's always like,
especially with our 30 piss breaks that are in there.
She's like, what did you talk? Schultz said, what did you talk about? Like, wait until I edit it. I can tell you what we talked about then. Mm-hmm. But I don't know what I don't know what I say ever. Like, imagine the conversation you had 2 weeks ago with somebody.
Yeah, I mean, especially when it's like as long as these conversations are, because like what I've seen, like most of the ones you do are like an hour and a half at least. You know, a lot of them like 2 hours, exactly, hour and a half minimum. Because
people can put their guard up for about half hour, 45 minutes. After that, usually when I play a game like Don't Look Away, they kind of go, you know what? I'll talk if he's showing prolapse anuses, and then I throw Plead the Fifth out. They're like, well, I can talk about anything now if they're fucking showing prolapse anuses.
Yeah, I couldn't shit on any rappers, dude. I had to Plead the Fifth.
I get a lot of people with who you know personally kind of questions because they go, oh shit, I can't say that. Normally, how many people have you had sex with? That gets a lot of rappers. I don't know if it's because.
What? Because they like don't want to seem like they want to portray an image that they're out here like banging all these girls.
I don't know if it's because they want to act like they've had sex with a lot of people, or they have had sex with a lot of people, and they
don't want to put it out there.
Yeah, but I think it's a little bit of both. And I mean, hey, if you want to have sex with a lot of people, go for it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you know.
So you've talked about how you do producing, rapping, and instruments. You're your own. You're going down to Georgia, going against the devil, right? You're Charlie Daniel Band. What's the thing you're best at that you can be the devil at? So are you gonna play the fiddle? Or?
Nah, he's getting bars right at his motherfucking face. I talk about the devil in my music a lot. Actually, that dude sucks. Fuck out of here. Yeah, he's just getting dissed immediately to his face. I'm talking about his pitchforks and his fucking dumb pointy ears and how he sucks and shit like that. So he's just getting an onslaught of personal attacks at the fact that he's like, he sucks. Like, God kicked you out, homie. Get the fuck out of here. That's how you feel.
So you're also into different type of music. We talked about your favorite rappers. What's like your favorite musical artist? Like three. Let's just go with three.
Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin. Well, let me do four. Yeah, I'll do four. Let me do five. Pink Floyd.
Number one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go 1 to 5 then.
All right, Pink Floyd, Metallica, Led Zeppelin, Megadeth, and I had a fifth one that came to my mind real quick.
Are you going to put a rapper in the top 5?
Nah, because I thought we were just talking like
just
outside.
all together.
All together?
Yeah, we're combining all of them. So top 5, everything. It could be country, it could be rap, it could be rock, it could be disco. I don't know what the fuck you're into.
The only rapper that would probably end up in there is probably Jadakiss. Other than that, it would be rock bands. It's like, it's weird, man, because like I love hip hop and I would never like attempt to do something else. Like I write guitar riffs all the time and like metal type of music, but I keep it to myself because like there's a stigma especially with someone like MGK, where it's like white dudes just get into hip hop so they can ultimately cross over to rock and shit like that. So I would never do something like that. But at the same time, it's like, I'm into rock music. I fucking love it. And there's really nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to stop listening to it. I'm not going to stop loving it. So, I mean, we'll throw Jadakiss in that fifth spot. Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Metallica. I said a fourth band, Megadeth, and we'll throw Jadakiss in that.
So do you wish you were a better singer then? Like, do you wish you were a rocker instead of a rapper?
No, I wouldn't say that. There's times that, because like I play guitar and I look up to so many guitarists, it's kind of like an even thing, because it's like I'll listen to rappers and they'll be so incredible that it just makes me not even want to do it anymore. I'll just be like, dude, I'm not capable of doing that. Like, what the fuck was that? I look at these people like they're aliens. And the same goes with rock and roll. Like, I hear, you know, specifically the fifth band, I was going to say Pantera, baby. Shout out to Dimebag Darrell. Had to do that one time. He's the greatest guitar player ever. But I don't know. I would probably stick with rapping, just because, like, playing the guitar, I think it's, like, I like the idea of me creating words, and it's my thoughts and it's my life, and I'm putting it into this whole narrative, and I'm putting it over a beat, and I'm turning it into a song, as opposed to letting my emotions come through the guitar. You know what I mean? Like, I fucking love the guitar, and, you know, if I could play solos like fucking Eddie Van Halen or something like that, I would give, I don't want to say my soul, but like I would give just about anything to be able to play that well. But I feel the same way with rapping. Like, but I'm better at rapping than I am at playing instruments. So maybe that's where, like, it would probably lean a little bit towards like the rock thing. But it's not that I've wanted to be a rapper my entire life, and it's been an obsession of mine. So I would never say the guitar thing is more than that. But I think because I feel like I'm capable as a rapper, whereas I feel like I'm not as capable as a guitar player, I might want that a little more, you know what I mean?
So who do you think is the best frontman of all time? I already have my number one in my head.
All right, well, can I take a guess on who you're going to say?
Yeah, you can guess.
Let me get like 2 or 3 tries, though, because...
You can get 2. I'll give you 3.
Are you going to say Freddie Mercury?
Goddamn right I'm going to say
Freddie. I knew you were going to say Freddie Mercury.
You can't be better than Freddie Mercury as a frontman.
I don't disagree.
I mean, the showmanship, the voice, everything. He was fucking...
He would have that crowd eating out of the fucking palm of his hand.
So I used to have this thing... rounding towards the end of this, but I used to have this thing where when I was single, I would ask girls this. I would say, if you can go back in time to 5 concerts ever, like, but you can go back in time. So say you want to go to Johnny Cash, Folsom Prison. Yeah. You can go inside the prison when he's playing Folsom Prison, but you can only go there. You can't leave the prison. You can't go outside of the confines of the prison. It's just you are there to listen to Johnny Cash play. So let's go with 3. What's your 3 best concerts of all time?
I'll give you 5.
All right.
All right, well, let's get the rap out of the way. The Up in Smoke tour with Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre.
My brother got to see that.
Ice Cube. Did he?
Yeah.
Where do you see it? In Philly? Like at the?
Yeah.
I guess it would be the Spectrum at that time.
Probably, yeah.
That.
I remember when he went to go see that. It was like he bleached his hair blonde and all that. Like I was like.
He was the real Slim Shady.
He's the worst, but yeah, he got to see like the best show, probably of best rap show of all time. He got to see.
Definitely one of them.
Yeah.
Probably Pink Floyd during the Wall tour. Metallica, Seattle, 1989, a specific show that I watch all the time. Probably Led Zeppelin, Madison Square Garden, 1973, and probably like the Hard Knock Life tour when it was like Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule and all those guys. There's a lot of shows, man. My fucking dad talks to me about all the shows that he's seen, and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck?
What?
Like,
My dad never went to a concert before me.
never?
And I used to take. We haven't been in a while because of Corona and stuff.
Yeah.
But I used to buy us tickets like.
I go to concerts all the time. My dad too, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Let's shake it up for that. Let's
Yeah,
give a shout
fucking.
out
We
to
saw
our
Leonard
dads.
Skinner. We saw so many AC/DC. We saw a lot of bands.
Saw AC. How fucking loud were they?
They were crazy. We were right up front. It wasn't with Brian May. It was with
Axl Rose.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was so real. He was really good at mimicking
Yeah.
the voice of Brian May, so it was fucking great.
I saw Guns N' Roses in 2016 when they came back on like their. I can't believe I didn't name Guns N' Roses. When they came back on like the reunion tour, I seen them in 2016. They fucking destroyed, dude.
Yeah.
They fucking destroyed.
Jeez, we're over here fucking boy banding out. Well, not boy band. Boy.
Man banding.
Man banding out. So let's get into the promotion aspect. Is there anything you would like to promote? If there is, there's a camera right there. Make sure you spell out your handles and all those good things.
Yeah, man. I mean, I appreciate you for having me on here. Loving Them What podcast. It's fucking great, man. Anyone out there you trying to get on, do it. Right now, man, I'm working on an EP that is being produced by a local Philly producer named Hank McCoy. Really talented dude. And me and him have been working on it, man. We got some songs on the way, and I got a whole idea for a project and a name and everything, and we're going to start rolling that out. I'm putting out new music next week. I'm going to start promoting that tomorrow. Yeah, man, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the conversation. You followed along. If you want to follow me on any of the socials, it's at Shawne Music, SHAWNE Music, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's all the same. I got music on all the streaming platforms. Go check that out. And, yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed your time. If you made it through this far, hopefully you, hopefully the prolapsed anuses were not too much for you. And we got you on our good sides. That's what we're hoping for.
Always be on the good side of a prolapse anus, right?
Yeah, I mean, you don't
want to be on the bad side.
No.
I guess the inside would be the good side. So inside, good side. That might be the name of the episode.
I can't believe that video exists. I still
Bro,
cannot
you have
believe that.
I gotta find that video every day of my life and just show it to people because the world needs to see somebody pulling the it was like Mortal Kombat. They pulled the anus out of her and then shoved it back in.
Get over here. Fucking scorpioned her asshole
Oh my
out.
god, it was so I want to thank Shawne again for coming on. Prolapse anuses, thank you. So upcoming guests, we got podcasters, Kyle Mack and Stormy P. You've seen Stormy a million times. After that, comedians Driz and Tata Sharice, I think is her last name. After that, we got power lifter Caribbean Muscles, cool. Big motherfucker. After that, another podcaster Jax. Then Erotic Boudoir is coming back on. Then we have personal trainer Kim Harari, who's like supposed to be the best personal trainer in Philly. After that, we got Sip on What, a blogger who goes around and drinks beer. I mean, and it's going to be her wedding week, so right before she gets married, she can come on here and drink with us. And then after that, we got...
It's her bachelorette party.
Yeah, and then after that, we got influencer Malik Joe, who's got like millions and millions of followers on TikTok. And
shit.
Yeah, he's like a big deal around Philly, apparently. I watch all his videos. They're all hilarious. But, shit, thank you again for coming on.
Dude, I appreciate you having me.
It was fucking fun,
man.
huh?
It was really fun. It was really fun.
Prolapse anus.
Great, man.
Prolapse anuses always work. They're always a fun time.
Man, I couldn't take it. Couldn't do it.
Thank you for watching that video on YouTube. Remember to like and subscribe to this video. Share it with your friends. Follow us at LovinThem1 on Instagram and go to thelovinthemwhat.com. New full episodes every Tuesday, highlights throughout the week, and previews on Sundays. Full audio every Monday.
What he said.